let's head over to the gym now. It is still getting pretty hot out here. It's been hot every single day now, every time we go inside of the car. So we've been a little bit more prepared by not wearing too much clothes. Right now, I've just kind of been wearing pants just because I don't want to get a crazy tan on my legs. What sometimes happen, or last summer, what ended up happening is I was wearing shorts all the time that I had this crazy tan that kind of separated my quads and and the bottom of my legs, kind of like around the knee area. So it looked pretty crazy. So we're trying to avoid that, and so I think we're just going to try to either put on a little bit more sunblock. But man, I'm just really bad at putting on sunblock. It just sucks. It it feels, you can feel it, and you know when you feel something on your skin, it's not the best feeling ever, and so it's not my most favorite, and so you don't often see me putting on sunscreen, although I should be putting it on my face everywhere that the sun is hitting. But until we aren't lazy anymore, we're just gonna be wearing pants. I think that should be good. I think that should be good. Today we are hitting chest day. We're also hitting triceps, so we are we're in for a treat. We are in for a treat. It's also the start of our weekend. Today is Friday, so we are we're pretty excited. We're pretty excited. We're probably gonna go out to eat this week for Mother's Day, so we're probably gonna take my mom to a Mexican restaurant. My parents are a little bit more on the pickier side, especially my mom and my dad. They are I just said my parents and then I said my mom and my dad. I have a tendency of repeating myself sometimes, so don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just ignore that first little parents part. But we're gonna be taking my mom out to a Mexican restaurant because she likes that the most. Either that or maybe some Olive Garden. She loves Olive Garden. She loves any Mexican restaurant really that we think is pretty good. She's usually a big fan of. So we gotta find a little spot and then just see how busy they're going to be, or if we need to make any reservations. So that's probably what we're going to be doing after the gym, just calling up a few places just to kind of get ahead of it, because tomorrow we end up showing up and it's like hella packed. We're gonna be waiting for a while. Mostly if it's mostly because Mother's Day thing lands on a weekend, and so people are gonna be celebrating it like crazy. Celebrating it like crazy. Today I'm thinking we're gonna end up doing some Smith machine. Smith machine has been pretty good. I think we're gonna be sticking to that for majority of the time, but we're gonna still be throwing in some dumbbell here and there. But I really want to focus on my Smith machine just because it is a lot better, and I just think it's way more fun. It is easier to set up as well as I kind of go along. If I need a drop set or anything, I don't have to really farmer's walk anything. I really just take off the weight, put on the weight or whatever, and it's by 45s instead of, let's say, I'm picking up 60s and 50s and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna be doing Smith machine, and then hopefully we get access to a cable stack or two cable stacks. We either get the one that we really like where we can kind of like play around with the angle a little bit, or there's also another one or a few where there's not really an angle you can really play with. You kind of just set up the pin up and down. So the other ones you can kind of really move it around a bunch, which is awesome. But those usually get taken the fastest because people don't just do triceps on those. They do like a bunch of stuff because you can do so many things with it. Because today, if we get lucky, we'll be doing some presses. I think we'll be doing some presses, but then I think for our third set or our third exercise, sorry, not third set, we are going to be doing some pec deck. I think pec deck is going to be super good. I've been using this little bit of a seat extender that I like to put on my back to give me a little bit more range of motion. That thing's been fire. And the reason I think I'm gonna start switching to pec deck for my flies is because I feel like I can even my shoulders out even better, and I can really focus on the squeezing on the stretch. And I think that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna be switching a little bit on our flies. Now, I think we're going to be including flies here and there with a cable stack, but I don't think it's often. I don't think it's often. I think we're going to be focusing majority of the flies on the pec deck. I think we'll get some serious stimulation from there, and we can do some serious damage. So that's probably what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully it's not too packed. I'm not thinking it's too packed just because we usually go around the time where it's not that crazy, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes some folks might be thinking the same as me, or they might have a little bit more time today than usual when they might show up. So we'll see what we end up starting with once we head in there. Once we head in there, we've officially started raising our calories. So now we're doing for sure 2,600 to 2,650 calories every day. We kind of started off pretty slow. We started off with around 2,200, and then we started slowly moving up. And then we were doing for like at least a solid, let's say half a month to a little bit more than that. We were doing around 2,500. And now what we've been doing is just upping that up a little bit to 2,600 to 2,650. And now our cardio has been awesome, actually. We've been super, super steady on the walking every morning. So we've been doing about a 45-minute to an hour walk every morning just to, get some of those steps in. That's a really, really good way to burn more calories, some steady pace cardio. And then after my workout, I typically do maybe 10 minutes of walking up, like kind of like on the treadmill on like 10, 11 maybe, at around maybe like a 2.5 to 3 speed, maybe 3.2, depending on how much energy I have or whatever. And then I either do 10 minutes to 12, depending on how much walking I did that day, or if I didn't walk that morning, then maybe I'll do 15 minutes. But if I did walk that morning, then I'll stick to my 10 minutes. And that has been pretty good. That has been pretty good. And I think that's what we're going to be sticking to as we continue to increase as time goes by. I think that's a pretty good setup that we have now. And it's been also getting me out of the house. I've been having the funnest interactions going out. Actually, I want to show you guys this interaction that I had this morning with this sweet little cat. He was like an older Rusty, and it was like the cutest thing. Let me see if I can show you guys the video. Look at him. Look at this stinky little boy. That little baby was being like the cutest little baby ever. He was awesome, and he just kept like moving around. I sent it to Jasmine, so it's been really nice to go on my walks and just find these little things. This one time I found this tree, and in this little hole that the tree had, someone put a little door, like the cutest little door, kind of like a little rat door, and it was like the cutest thing. And it's really nice to kind of find those little hidden things in between my walks as I kind of go by, and I wouldn't find them if I didn't go out. So it's really nice to head out and go for those walks. For the longest time during the pandemic and everything, I was stuck inside of my apartment for the longest time, man. I would never leave my apartment. It was always just in there 24/7. And that's when I also got so much into gaming and everything. It was probably not the healthiest thing, to be completely honest with you. And I'm so glad that I broke away from that. And now I have much better habits, much healthier habits, and everything is so much more manageable, which is nice. We've kind of already have this new route that we've been taking, kind of set up as the main route now, really, because we haven't really been using the other one because there was traffic for the longest time, and because of the traffic in the city, they're super slow at fixing things up. So I don't know when they're gonna fix that up. I don't want to go and find out whether it's fixed or not. To be honest, I think this one is less hectic and much faster to get to the gym this way, and I get to see a little bit more of the city. So you kind of get some pros and some cons. I mean, you get some people that drive crazy, but that's any part of the city, really. That is any part of the city. I recently made my new tattoo appointment. I didn't really make the appointment yet because we haven't really like ironed out any specific dates, but I am looking at dates anywhere from late June to early July, and that's just gonna be a little bit of my birthday gift to myself. I'm gonna be getting something on my other leg to finish off my other calf. So my whole bottom legs are gonna be finished, which I'm super excited about. And actually, let me see if I can show you guys the concept so you guys can see what we're gonna be getting. And then I'm gonna have Lucio, and then once I get the tattoo and everything, you'll see the different little changes and how the concept changed. But this is the concept I'm going for on the bottom part of my leg. I'm super excited. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be getting. I am super excited. It's gonna hurt a bunch. I think we're gonna be going with the same numbing cream as we did for the first time, for the second time for this new one that we got. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I can't wait to take you guys along with me. This time around, I'll be showing you guys a little bit more of the shop. I'll also have Lucio talk a little bit more so that way he can introduce himself and you guys can get to know his work a little bit more because his work is super sick. And honestly, he deserves so much more credit. Anyways, let's skip over to the gym now. Nice. Okay. So we already did 2 warm-ups, so I think we're ready to go. The first one we did just kind of like get some blood flowing into the chest. And on the second one, just to get a bit of a feeler rep of 1 or 2, just to see how it feels and kind of base off my weight off of that. But the 170 felt pretty light. I think for this one we can do maybe 210 or 225 with the belt, and I think that'll be pretty good. All right, let's sit up. Let's put on the belt, and then let's start. I'm thinking we can get maybe a solid 6, 7 is what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see how it goes. We haven't done this one in a minute, so I think 250. What is it? 215 should be pretty good. Get a really good stretch. Control it throughout the whole thing. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna be listening to. Let's see if I can show you guys. That right there. Actually, let me lower down the brightness. I'll zoom into it actually, so that way you guys can see it. All right, let's do it. Let's hope this shit's not hella heavy. Okay. I think we're gonna do a slight drop set. So from 215 to maybe 200. Get maybe 2 to 3 more. Man, I need to do this one more often. This thing is feeling fire. It's also a nice little change as opposed to using the dumbbells that we typically use or sometimes setting up the Smith machine. This thing is just faster. It's almost the same thing as using the dumbbells really, or maybe the Smith machine, but even better because it controls you throughout the whole thing. And the more stable you are, the more of the muscle you can recruit. All right, enough resting. Let's hit it for 2 more. Let's do 180. Nice. Okay. We're gonna stay here for 3. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll see you guys in the second set. Okay. To protect my wrist a little bit, I'm gonna pull out the trusty wrist wraps, which is these right here. These are the stiff ones, so they also have these in a little bit more of a looser feel. That's not as tight as this one or as stiff. And so if you want a little bit more flexibility, depending on what you do, you can get those. I like the stiff ones. The stiff ones really help me, mostly towards the end of my set, because usually towards the end of my set, that's when my wrist becomes a little bit more compromised because I'm getting a little bit weaker. So this just helps protect it. It avoids any type of injury too, which is nice. All right, let's do it. Let's hope for the best. I should have brought on the other one already. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been better because then my hand falls asleep faster than the other, rather than fall asleep at the same time. All right, let's do it. Hold on. Let me wipe this fucking bar. I think I might invest in some damn chalk. That's it. Man, I need to drop down. This was gonna have to be a drop set, like no other. Oh man. Okay, that was good. On this next one, I think we're gonna do 185 because my chest is already fucking pumped, and I'm already losing energy pretty fast. I need to do this one more often. I'm not gonna lie. It feels fire. It feels fire. And it's also pretty empty at the gym, which is as expected. Usually on Fridays, it's always busy. Usually, as the week goes by, more and more people start coming a little bit less. Now, it shouldn't be you. You should be coming every day. You should be consistent. I think I'm gonna just keep saying consistency is key because I'm not lying. Consistency is what gets you those gains. Is what when you learn more about your body is how you know what stimulates you the most out of your workouts, and you can really focus on that thing. And it comes from experience. So, okay, we're gonna do I think one more, and that should be pretty good. I think for the 185, we're gonna try to aim for at least a solid 7 to 8, but we'll see. I think after this, what we'll do is maybe move over to that press that we really like on this side, and I'm gonna grab that seat extender that we really like to get a little bit more range of motion when we're pressing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh man. Now, if I wasn't hydrated, I'd be having the craziest headache because this pre-workout makes me sweat like crazy. Feel like I would dehydrate super fast. So that's why I throw in some of that pink Himalayan salt because that keeps me hydrated throughout the workout. Some people take it during the workout, but it just really depends on what you want to do. Really, I need to remind myself to get some chocolate. I'm gonna ask Jasmine to remind me because usually she's the one that reminds me of stuff because I'm usually hella busy. That I'm constantly on the go, so I usually have her um, remind me of things, which is a really bad habit. I'm not gonna lie, it's a really bad habit, but until I get better, she's kind of there to help us out. All right, let's do it. We're gonna do this one without straps. I think we should be good. I need one more. Come on, come on. That was one. Okay, that was good. Let's move over to some incline press. I think I'm just gonna show you guys the first set of that, but I'm gonna sit here for two. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're gonna sit here for two. I'm just gonna show you guys the first one. Let me go find that little extender that I like to use to give us a little bit more range of motion. I'll be right back. Hopefully I can find it because sometimes they be hiding from us. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I was able to find the extender. Let's go ahead and let's do this first set. Man, my chest is already feeling crazy pumped. So let's see how it goes. Let's see. Oh, it's actually pretty good. We got drops like that. Ah, I overestimated. Let's drop that 15, the 150. Oh my god. It started off so well too. All right, I think we're gonna hit it for at least another solid 3 or 4. We have to. We'll do more volume on the next one. I'll see you guys in the pipe then. Oh, let's go ahead. I actually fucking lied. We're supposed to do that, but I'm fucking tired. We're gonna end up doing this one for 3 sets, and I think we should be pretty good with that. We're gonna try to get a little bit more volume on this one because that one fucking killed us. And then the one we did before that. So I think I'm gonna sit here for 3. I'm gonna show you guys 2, and then I'm thinking we're gonna move over to some cable stacks, do some tricep. I think we should be pretty good. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys right now. Actually, what am I talking about? Let's do. I think we can do one. Let's try 115. Let's try 115. Let's add this little extender, gives a little bit more range of motion. And let's see how it goes. Let's set this up correctly. Perfect. And be right. There we go. All right. And there we go. Oh, that was good. We can actually go up just based on how that one went. We're gonna go from 115 to maybe 120 or 125. I don't even know what the next one is actually. Let's do 120. I think that'll be good. Oh, hopefully I was even through this one because sometimes what happens is I'm a little lopsided, so it's just kind of I need a fucking mirror in front of me all the time because I'm just I think my coordination is just horrible. I feel like I'm even, and then next thing you know, I'm fucking lopsided. It's the biggest problem I have, but it's okay. It should be okay. Luckily, we're almost done, so we're gonna move over to some triceps next. All right, let's do this. Let's do the second one, but I'm gonna save for one more after that. All right, let's do it. Hopefully, we don't die. There we go. I need like a second person. That's it. Man, I think I'm gonna drop set it. Can't wait to go home. let's do 110. I think I'll be good. Let's do it. Man, I'm gonna need to see my right shoulder after that. Okay, I'm gonna say one for one more. I'll see you guys for some triceps. We got lucky. We got access to this cable side, so we're gonna be sitting here for the entire time, honestly, until we move over to some of the seated curls. So we're gonna start off with this handle. We don't really use this one, but it's new. They just brought it to the gym, so we're gonna use this one for the first three. And then I'm thinking for the second one, we're gonna do some cross bodies, and then finish up with some overhead. Keep it the same. I think that should be pretty good. I'm gonna show you guys the first two set of these, and then maybe show you guys the first set of the cross bodies, and then maybe the two sets of the overhead. I think it should be pretty good. The thing is, like, the only problem is that this belt price is like crazy. You know, I don't know how the fuck I managed to get that sixth one. I just tried my hardest, but that sixth one was fucking tough. For sure, we're gonna move down from 57. I'm thinking to no 60 to 55. I think I'll be pretty good. Let's do our second set. I'm just gonna show you guys the second one, but I'm gonna stay here for three. I was just texting Jasmine right now, and she has a DMV appointment because she misplaced her driver's license. She's gonna go to Australia pretty soon, and so she has to go get a real ID, and it's been kind of a big old struggle because she also has to go take a test and everything. And so she texted me right now. I asked her, I was like, "Hey, are you on your way to the DMV?" Just to kind of remind her, just in case she forgot. And then she tells me, "I'm actually waiting a little bit because my appointment's until 3:30." And then good thing I texted her about it because she went and go check just to make sure that her appointment was at that time. Tell me why it's actually this Monday instead of today. So it's better that I told her it's better that you didn't miss it as opposed to missing it. So at least she's prepared, and then she'll just end up going on Monday. But she was just waiting in her car the whole entire time, probably for like an hour. Man, I be doing that all the time. Honestly, I'm super forgetful. So if she forgets, imagine me. Okay, let's do the second set. I'm gonna do 55. Hope for the best. Four. 5. One more at least. Come on. Okay. That was good. I'm gonna stay here for one more. Let's move on to our second exercise. We're gonna do these cross bodies. I'm gonna show you guys just the first set, but I'm gonna stay here for 2. And then I think I'm gonna show you guys 2 sets out of the 3 for the overhead. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna start off with 17.5. I think that'll be pretty good, just because the last one was pretty heavy, and I don't think I can do more than 17.5 for this second exercise. We're gonna end up using these bad boys right here. What I like to do is just kind of wrap it around here. You don't really need an attachment. You gotta just scoop it through here. It's like the perfect grip because it's made out of cotton. You don't need anything else. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's get 6 on our right hand. That shouldn't be a problem because the right hand's a little bit of our stronger hand, so we'll be good. But let's try to keep the same tempo for that one too. So if you guys notice on my right hand, I could have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more, but I just want to make sure I'm keeping it even in between all of them, because let's say I do 9 on this hand, then this one's gonna get bigger than my left. So I want to avoid that and just keep it the same for both hands. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for one more. I'll see you guys for some overhead up next. Let's move on to our last one. We're gonna do some overhead with the last attachment that we used, which was this one. It's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna end up grabbing it from the middle little I guess grip section, maybe they call it. And I'm gonna do these for, I'm thinking 3 sets. 3 sets should be pretty, no, not 3 sets, sorry, 2 sets. 2 sets should be pretty good, so we can keep it at 7. And then I usually do it with a belt, but I'm pretty lazy to put on the belt, and I already kind of put it away on my backpack, and it's a whole mission to put it back on, so I'm just gonna keep it off. I'm going to pull my shirt down because I like to pull up. I'm gonna have to drop shit down a little bit. Maybe for 50. right, let's hope for the best. Okay, that was good. I think we're gonna do 50 for the next one and stick there because this feels heavy. Okay. Voice is cracking, man, more often than usual, but we're gonna sit here for three. I think I'm just gonna show you guys one of them, and then we're gonna move over to some RDLs. We're not gonna be lazy this time, and we're gonna grab the dumbbells because we like those so much better. So we're gonna sit here for three. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we don't fuck up a hamstring. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm debating whether I should do a warm up or not because sometimes I warm up, sometimes I don't. Honestly, don't be like me. Don't be lazy. Warm up. But I think we're just gonna go straight into it. Wish me luck. You know what? Let's warm up. Let me not be stupid. A quick little warm up ain't gonna hurt nobody. Get some blood flowing. Okay, that was the warm up. This is our actual set. We're gonna do 205, and I think I'll be pretty good. All right. I think for the next two, what we're gonna do is single leg. I think I'll be a good little switch up. Okay, we did a bit of a drop set. Let's do two more. I'll see you guys for some RDLs next. Okay, let's go ahead and let's finish off. We're gonna do some RDLs. So I'm gonna change it up a tiny bit. What you can sometimes do to get a little bit of a deeper stretch is you can put these under your feet. And so what you do is you set them up just like you were gonna do an RDL, right? Put your feet up here. It puts your toes pointing upward. And so when you're going down, you get a much deeper stretch, and that's what we're going for. Just because it was actually pretty busy on the other side of the gym. And so we're gonna go a little bit lower. We typically do like 90. So this is gonna make it just a tiny bit harder. Let's also hope I don't fucking bust my ass because you never know. You never know what these RDLs are a little questionable sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They're I think hamstrings in general, you're so likely to get hurt. It's not my favorite exercise. Let's see what we're gonna listen to get motivated. Let's see actually. Let's see. I think that's what we're gonna listen to. So you guys can see it. I'll zoom in for you guys. Perfect. All right, let's do it. Cool. There we go. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna stay here for one more. Finally, I'm gonna record it. I'll see you guys for the pose line up next. Okay, so we're just gonna do a quick pump check. It's not gonna be too long, so we can get out of here. We still gotta do like 10 minutes of cardio, and I'm already pretty beat. I can't wait till we get home and eat. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we did. Hopefully, we have enough room here. Actually, it got a little bit packed upstairs, so we couldn't really find a spot up there. No biggie. We found a spot down here. Let me just make sure that thing's focused on me. Awesome. Okay. Okay, let's get the backside. Okay, I think that's it. Let's go home. I'm gonna go do some cardio. Only 10 minutes, nothing too crazy. I think when we get home, we're gonna maybe do some type of French fries, those handsome cut fries from Trader Joe's, with some, I'm thinking some type of chicken. We've been really on the grilled chicken vibe right now, so I think we're gonna stick to that for a little bit, or until we get tired of it. And then I go into this mood where I start eating a bunch of ground beef or just red meat. But for now, it seems like chicken is what I'm into, and we're just gonna continue to eat the same things that we like to eat until we get tired of them. That's usually what we're doing. That actually keeps my diet a lot more coordinated, and it's just faster. Just to eat the same thing all the time. I already know what's in everything, and so it's kind of just muscle memory. Okay, enough talking. I will see you guys tomorrow or in the next video for some back and some shoulders. Today was a crazy chest, triceps, and hamstrings day. Don't skip. Be consistent. Remember, consistency is key. I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.